What's up, Style Diamond here. Every time. I guess I'll just hop into the video then. So, let's go and skip a few days past the bell test. Team 7 had just got finished with a D-ranked mission. Naruto is all cut up by a cat, due to the fact that he doesn't have much luck with cats. Naruto then suddenly screams out, why did he have to try to claw out my eyeballs? This freaking sucks! Kurama then begins to laugh out. Maybe it's because of me being a fox. Cats don't really like you, Naruto. Naruto just goes and rolls his eyes. He then begins to ask Kakashi a question. Hey, Kakashi, when are we going to be able to do higher ranked missions? This sucks. Like, seriously, my face is all scratched up because of one cat. Kakashi then answers, maybe. We'll see if there's any higher ranked missions. Naruto goes and thanks Kakashi, but in his head he goes and says, I hope I never see that damn cat ever again. We then go and fast forward to when they get there. Kakashi begins to talk to Hiruzen. My team's getting a little antsy with these D ranks. Do you think we could... Really? Another train? Yeah, another train. Anyways, where did I leave off? Oh yeah. Do you think we could get a C rank this mission? Hiruzen then responded, well, if you believe that they are ready, then go ahead. I got a new C rank mission right here. Came in just today. Naruto then shouts out immediately, yes! Naruto then thinks to himself, anything's better than that last mission. Anything. Hiruzen then asks Naruto, what's wrong with your face? Naruto immediately answers, nothing. Hiruzen then goes, okay. The rest of Team 7, except for Naruto, thinks to themselves, wow, that cat messed him up badly. Hiruzen then says, alright, you could come in. A old man then stumbles through the door with a slur of his voice. Are these the kids that are supposed to escort me? As he swings a bottle up and down that contains a little bit of liquor still left in it. He goes up to Naruto and then says, this one has cuts and scrapes all over his face. What's up with that? Is he weak or something? Naruto, ticked off a bit, decides to stay quiet, mainly because Naruto just not wanting to argue with the old man. After the bridge builder realizes that he's getting no reaction out of Naruto, he's just like, killjoy. Hiruzen suddenly goes, ahem. When you're in my village, you have to respect my shinobis. He then begins to calm down a bit, and then tells them all to get Scram. They have a mission to go get to. An hour or two goes by. Naruto and Kurama are thinking to themselves about if they'd be able to use some jutsus during this mission that they have been training on. Alright, I'm going to say Naruto has learned 2 new jutsus and working on a 3rd one. The 2 jutsus that he has already learned is Rasengan and Explosive Clones. Just as Naruto is about to ask Kurama for advice on the 3rd jutsu, at the same moment as Kakashi walks by a puddle, 2 figures jump out of it and attack Kakashi, ripping him apart with chains, freaking out the young Genin and the old bridge builder. Naruto, being off guard for a moment, is just stunned. As Sasuke begins to run at the enemy, Naruto begins to gather his composure, and Sakura is so scared that she's just frozen. She's like having a mini panic attack inside of her head. Naruto and Sasuke begin to tag team against the 2 brothers. As Sasuke begins to attack one of the brothers, Naruto hides behind Sasuke for a moment to do a clone jutsu. As the clone goes to attack the other brother instead of Naruto himself, Naruto uses a wind-based jutsu, and at the same time Sasuke goes and uses a fireball jutsu, which makes the fireball jutsu even stronger, killing one of the demon brothers. At the same moment as the other brother yells out, "No, brother!" The clone that Naruto sent his way winds up exploding in his face, killing him instantly. As they were doing that, Kakashi was on a tree near them, watching to make sure nothing would happen. But he was shocked when Naruto and Sasuke killed the demon brothers of the mist. Kakashi goes and thinks to himself, the whole time they didn't even talk to each other. But those fools were supposed to capture them and get information, not kill them. Kakashi then jumps off of the tree that he was on. Catching the attention of Team 7, Sakura stops crying and yells out, "Kakashi, I thought you had just died." Kakashi then responds with, "Nope, I was just testing on what would happen if you guys lost a leader. I give you 50% pass and fail. Naruto and Sasuke, you were not supposed to kill the two. You needed more information, but I'm pretty sure I know what's going on here." He then goes and glances over towards Tazuna's way and says, "You, me, need to have a discussion." After they go and discuss that this is not the right ranking for this mission, they go and decide to just keep going on. So they go and keep walking a little bit further down the road. And then Kakashi noticed that there was something wrong. And at the last second, he yells out, "Everybody duck!" Out of nowhere, a giant blade goes zooming past Team 7's heads, sticking itself straight into a tree nearby. Just as fast as it happens, a man lands on top of the hilt of the blade. And he goes on to announce his name as Zabuza Momochiki, the demon of the hidden mist. As Kakashi hears this, he realizes that things have just gotten worse. Kakashi then gets ready, seeing that the opponent is Zabuza. He goes and reveals his Sharingan. Zabuza, recognizing him, goes, "Oh, Kakashi of the Sharingan Eye. This will be very fun." Kakashi then begins to tell the others to protect the bridge builder at any means cost, and to not get in the way of the fight. Zabuza then goes and uses a hidden mist jutsu, making it harder for Team 7 to see. But as they were in there, Kakashi gives them information on Zabuza, how he likes to kill silently, which freaks out Sakura quite a bit. And in that instant, he appears right in between all of them. He goes for an attack, but was stopped by Kakashi. Kakashi went and stabbed him right in the gut, but it was a water clone. Naruto then shouts out, "Behind you, Kakashi!" Kakashi spins around and gets slashed in half, but then it quickly started to turn into water. He had copied Zabuza's water clone jutsu. Kakashi, taking advantage of Zabuza being stunned for a moment, gets behind him saying that he's won, but he was mistaken. Zabuza had used the same jutsu again, getting the drop on him and beginning to beat him down, and he winds up putting him in a water prison jutsu. Kakashi struggles but just can't get out. As Kakashi is stuck in there, Zabuza goes after the young Genin. What he doesn't know is Naruto and Kurama have been discussing a plan. Just as Zabuza gets in close to attack Sakura, Naruto goes and uses his chakra chains. Catching Zabuza off guard, Naruto latches his chakra chains all around Zabuza. Naruto picks him up off of the ground and swings him into a nearby tree. I also want to quickly state that these chakra chains have spikes on them. So yeah, Zabuza has a few puncture wounds in him right now. Now as Zabuza's head is stuck in the tree, Sasuke tries to use a fireball jutsu to end him off like with the demon brothers. but he was being too impatient, which made it very easy for Zabuza to get up close. He hadn't realized the extra clones around him. Naruto had to quickly jump in there to save Sasuke. Naruto quickly cuts down both of the water clones. Then, as the original Zabuza was still stuck in the tree, Naruto was planning on using a Rasengan to finish him off. But before he had finished making it, Zabuza had broken free from the tree. And now Zabuza is mad. He had just been thrown into a tree by a young genin. To Zabuza, this was the worst insult he could have ever had. Zabuza suddenly jumps back a few feet and then prepares the water dragon jutsu, which Naruto yells for Sasuke to quickly use the fireball jutsu, as Naruto goes and uses another wind jutsu to empower the fireball jutsu, which turns the water dragon jutsu into steam. Naruto then threw some shurikens at Zabuza as Sasuke threw kunais. As Zabuza has shuriken and kunai stuck in him, he begins to think to himself he might have to leave soon. But just as he thinks this, the water clone keeping Kakashi sealed in the water prison jutsu breaks, popping the water prison jutsu. And because of Kakashi was able to see the whole fight, he was able to copy the water dragon jutsu, which hits Zabuza point blank range, throwing him into another closest tree next to him. As Kakashi begins to walk up towards him, telling him, "Give up, you have lost, Zabuza." And at the exact moment when Zabuza said, "Never," a long needle hit his neck, killing him on the spot. Which makes Kakashi almost jump back a little bit, as a person in an Anbu mask quickly steps out of the woods. "Good evening, I'm here to take that body," the person behind the mask said. And Kakashi, being a little exhausted after the fight, doesn't think much of it and lets it happen. And the person in the mask winds up leaving with the body. And the only one suspicious of the Anbu member is Naruto, just because of Kurama telling him back then on what those ninjas usually do. They usually burn the body or dispose of it right there and then. After they take a few minutes rest, they begin walking back on the trail. Because of Kakashi not using the Sharingan that much, he isn't as tired as in main canon. They even eventually get on a boat and travel across the water. As they were on the boat, all they could see is fog, and all you could hear in the background is Sakura whispering, "I really hate the fog now." That Zabuza guy really freaked me out. Do you think he was really dead back there? All that Sasuke was thinking of is, "Don't jinx us, useless. She didn't even help us back there." They eventually hit land and even reach Tazuna's house. Once they get there, they rest for a little while and even eat. And Naruto even discussed with Kakashi, saying how he thinks that Zabuza would still be alive. Kakashi then decides, that it would be best to train before Zabuza and whoever was underneath that mask come back. So Kakashi winds up teaching the three on how to walk up trees. Naruto and Sakura both wind up picking it up on the same day, and they had to teach Sasuke how to do it to make things go by smoother. After they were done training, they still had a few days, so Naruto went and started going into the middle of the forest and just started training. Naruto has been working on a jutsu for the past month. He's slowly but surely gaining a hang of it, but he's still missing something. But Naruto winds up falling asleep due to exhaustion, wakes up and meets Haku, and instantly knows who that is. He doesn't say anything, and then they part ways and heads back to Tazuna's house for some more delicious food. And I believe this is actually where I'm going to end my video. And again, I really do apologize for not being able to upload for so long. It's just YouTube was not working for me. So hopefully this one would upload, and see you guys in the next video.